Seriously, you did not know that Arbonne was a multi-level marketing company? Let's find out. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Karen and I am a micro-influencer on Instagram, and I also post content here on YouTube mainly about multi-level marketing companies, pyramid scams, however you want to call them, because I just need to keep you informed about the latest content with these companies and what are they up to these days. If you remember, in our last conversation we talked about the policies and procedures, meaning the contract, the terms and conditions found in the Arbonne contract, and we analyzed sections 1 through 3. And of course, in this video, we are going to be continuing and finishing up analyzing the contract sections 4 through 11. So let's see what he has to say. So section 4 talks about internet and social media policies. And what does Arbonne wants us to know when it comes to social media and the internet and the sharing of information? Well, the very first thing is that when you join Arbonne as an independent consultant, Arbonne is going to generate what's called an Arbonne ID. That ID is very specific to you and is what identifies you in the system of Arbonne. With that ID, you're going to be given what's called a replicated Arbonne website, in which you are going to be logging into that website. You're going to be able to maintain your business, keep track of your volume, of your points, of your qualifications, of all the requirements that you need to hit to be able to earn bonuses and commissions. That website, you're also going to use it to make purchases of products, to add more people into your team. Everything happens literally on that website. That's why it's called the Arbonne replicated website. And every single independent consultant receives a replicated website with their name and their ID. Another thing in this section that Arbonne wants you to know when it comes to social media is that they do allow you to promote your independent consultancy business through different social media networks or websites, like we have very common today, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even Pinterest, and any other type of social media platforms that you think might be helpful to share the information with other people, to have other people become interested in the products of Arbonne, in running a business as an independent consultant with Arbonne, and for you to have an easy platform other than the replicated website to tell people about the opportunity to work with Arbonne. And it's pretty nice because that way you don't have to go on your way to pay a subscription to create your own website with like your own domain, and have the website looking very different from the Arbonne website. So basically Arbonne already does that for you, and all you have to do is just join as a consultant and you automatically have your own website. Now moving on to section 5. Section 5 talks about orders, and a lot of things Arbonne wants to, well, not actually a lot of things, but something that is very specific, something that it's, I believe, the most important thing that you need to know about orders with Arbonne is that you cannot manipulate people into ordering products from Arbonne. You cannot, as an independent consultant, manipulate other people to enroll in Arbonne as a new independent consultant, so that you can have more people in your team. That's not how it works. You don't want to be attracting more people into your team because you're an independent consultant because you need to hit your monthly volume points. No, your main reason should be because you need to sell products. And if that is not your main reason, then you need to readjust and you need to rethink about what is it that you want to achieve within this company. Because honestly, if you wake up every day trying to lie to people and manipulate people into joining the Arbonne consultancy business by hiding information from them, at the end of the day, you're going to look really ridiculous because People are going to ask you questions that they know you have the answers to. It's just that you chose not to because you needed that person in your team. So, you really have to play your cards correctly. Please be honest. That's why this channel is called Honestly, because if we maintain each other, open communication with honesty, everything should go out smoothly and there should be no problems. But if you want to be excluding information, then you're gonna have to wait until something explodes. And that is something that a lot of people don't know when they join multi-level marketing companies. There's a lot of things that the independent consultant should have told them and didn't tell them, and now they're stuck in the MLM trying to get out, and they always lose money, and it's always really hard to come to the realization that you were lied to. So to avoid that, just keep yourself honest, and do not attract people into joining your team just because you need people in your team, but because try to make sure that people like the products. Okay, moving on to section 6, talks about sales. And what does Arbonne wants us to know about sales? Well, first thing first is that bonus buying is extremely prohibited. And what is bonus buying? Well, bonus buying is basically when you, let's say manipulate. Let's continue using the word manipulate. You manipulate other people into joining your team in a very specific time of the month or of the year so that you can achieve a certain amount of volume, a certain amount of points, so that you can achieve a certain amount of qualifications or requirements so that you can gain something out of that. And in this case, Arbonne really wants you to stay away from enrolling people into the business or to have an account with Arbonne to order products without their knowledge. You have to really make sure that when you talk to that person about buying Arbonne products or about joining the company as a consultant, you tell them that that's what's happening. If the person only wants products, do not enroll them as consultants. And if the person wants to be a consultant, do not just do an order of products for them. Do what the person is telling you to do. Do not go above and beyond because you need this to happen. You really have to make sure that you're acting according to what was communicated between you and the new person that you're trying to attract to your business. And that's pretty much it for that section about sales and being honest with the sales. Now, section 7 talks about bonuses and commissions. This is a very short section. And the most important thing that we need to know about this section is that the minimum amount that Arbonne is going to issue checks to people, to the consultants, it's $25. So let's say that in the month of August, you were not able to generate as many bonuses and commissions, and you only were able to generate $15. Arbonne is not going to give you a check, or better yet, a direct deposit into your account of $15. You're going to have to wait until the next cycle of payment to see if you hit the $25 or more in bonuses and commissions. And that's just a way for them to, keep a threshold of the amount of money that they are paying to the consultant. And that's pretty much how it works. They just don't want to be issuing checks and direct deposits in like little tiny amounts. So $25 is the lowest amount that they can issue a check for. Just have that in mind. So if you have $20 of bonuses and commissions sitting in your Arbonne account that you want to take out, just know that you have to wait until the next cycle when you have $25 or more in there for Arbonne to give you the money. Okay, now section 8 it's also a very short section, and this one talks about product guarantees, returns, and inventory repurchase. And basically, Arbonne wants to let you know here that if you're not satisfied with the products that you receive from Arbonne and you try them and you realize that they're not good for you, or maybe that you order something wrong, or whatever the reason was, Arbonne gives you 45 days money back guaranteed for you to return the products and get your money back. Obviously, this does not include shipping and handling and does not include taxes. So those things are non-refundable. So if your purchase was $50 and the shipping and handling and the taxes were $10, just know that you're gonna receive only $40, not the whole 50, because that's how it works. Remember that multi-level marketing companies cannot lose. They always have to find a way to find security for themselves, and by not refunding you the shipping, the handling, and the taxes, they are protecting themselves from losing money every time somebody orders something incorrectly, or every time somebody orders something to try it on and does not like it and wants to return it. So just keep that in mind. Also, very important to know, if you are a consultant with Arbonne and you find somebody new that wants to join your team and they buy their starter kit, and that person, they're very excited, they try the starter kit, and you're very happy because you find a new person that likes the Arbonne products. That's great. If you're a consultant, you're going to receive a bonus or a commission based on that new person that you brought to your team. Now, if that person returns the starter kit, you have to know that as soon as that person returns the starter kit, Arbonne is going to deduct from your account the amount of bonus or commission that they gave you for that person. Because that's just how it works. That's why it's called multi-level marketing companies, pyramid schemes, because you earn money based on the people that are under you. So if somebody under you joins your team, you gain money. But if somebody in your team returns products or leave the company, you lose money. That's basically how it works. So you always have to keep that in mind. So do not celebrate before that person passes the period where they can return their starter kit. You have to really make sure that you celebrate after, because at any given moment within the 45-day period, they can return their starter kit and they can be gone and not want to do the Arbonne business at all because they just didn't like the products, or because they just didn't like, for whatever reason it was. Okay, now section 9, it's also a very short section, and it talks about dispute resolution and disciplinary proceedings. So Arbonne has different things that they do when cases of when they have to resolve issues within the company, or when they have to give discipline, some kind of discipline to the consultants. And the first thing that Arbonne wants you to know is that if you notice that if you're a consultant, and you notice that another consultant is doing something wrong, or is doing something that it's illegal or that is fraudulent, you have to report that to Arbonne in writing as soon as possible. Because if Arbonne finds out that your fellow consultant is doing something illegal and they know that you knew about it and you never said anything, you might receive discipline for that. Maybe not as severe as the consultant that is doing the illegal thing or the fraudulent thing, but you will receive some sort of corrective measure. And some of these corrective measures, it says here that they might give you a warning. They might tell you, hey, we understand that you did not tell us about this, but in the future, please tell us, and this is your first warning of that. They also might take away your website. They might take away your Arbonne replicated website so that you don't run your business for maybe a month or for a temporary time. They also might give you a fine of who knows how many dollars, depending on how big the issue was. They also might withhold your checks. If the situation was that severe that they have to withhold your money that you earn from you, so that you can take action on something, they will do it. They can also suspend you for a short enough amount of time from being a consultant with the company, or they also might terminate you completely from the company from being a consultant, and they might prohibit you from ever becoming a consultant with the company. And if worse comes to worse, they might take you to court and they might fight their rights in court with you. And whatever result comes out from that court hearing, it's what you're going to have to pay or what you're going to have to do to either continue being a consultant or just terminate your agreement of consultancy with Arbonne. It all depends on how big the illegal action or the fraudulent action was. And if the issue is taken to court, just know that the headquarters of Arbonne are located in California, and you really have to make sure and investigate what are the laws of California when it comes to multi-level marketing companies, because the hearing is going to be holded over there in California, not in the state where you're living. So if you live in New York and you have a lawsuit against Arbonne, or Arbonne wants you to go to court to fight whatever issue it was, you have to know that it's going to be based on the laws of California, not the laws where you live. So just keep that in mind. And section 10 is also a very short section, but it basically talks about inactivity and cancellation. And what does Arbonne wants to let us know here is that when you terminate your account with Arbonne for whatever reason, because you don't you decided that you don't want to do it any longer, you have to know that you need to wait an entire year, 12 calendar months, to be able to reapply to become an Arbonne consultant again. Now, this is different from what we talked about before. So termination happens when Arbonne is the one that has canceled your account, not because you canceled it. So remember we talked about earlier about waiting 6 months if you want to cancel your Arbonne account. You have to wait 6 months to be able to re-enter and start all over again. If you are the one canceling the account, then you have to wait 6 months to re-enter. But if it's Arbonne that is terminating the account for whatever reason, then you have to wait 12 calendar months to be able to reapply. So it's different based on whoever canceled the account. Then you can see how much time you have to wait if you want to reapply later in the future. Besides termination, your account could also be canceled because of inactivity. So if Arbonne sees that your anniversary has come up and you have not paid your renewal fee by the 13th of the month, then automatically Arbonne is going to cancel the account on the 14th of the month. So they give you 13 days for you to take action, pay your renewal fee. They might understand that you might have, you might be late a little bit because you have no money or because you had to pay something else. They give you 13 days to do that. But if you don't do it by the 13th, they're going to cancel the account by the 14th. And basically, the account is gone. And you're going to have to reapply all over again. Yeah, it sounds cruel, but that's how multi-level marketing companies work. They need you to always stay active, and by not paying your renewal fee, that means you want the account to stay inactive, you want the account to be lost, you don't care about the account. That's the way they see it. So if you don't take care of your account, they're gonna take care of the account for you. Now basically section 11 is just definitions about the different specific terms that Arbonne has for their own company. Every multi-level marketing companies has their own definitions, their own terms of what they mean. They're pretty similar within all multi-level marketing companies. It's just the words that they change. But we're not going to analyze section 11 because they're just definitions. But basically, this is the end of the contract. We basically analyzed section 4 through 11. And I hope this information has been super helpful to you. Either if you've never heard of Arbonne before, if you've heard of it and you were kind of interested in it, if you're already doing the business of Arbonne, or if you're thinking about quitting the business with Arbonne, then this information could be helpful to you no matter where in the spectrum you find yourself at. If you know somebody that might enjoy this information, share it with them, because you never know what that person might need when it comes to information and specific multi-level marketing companies. And if you think I said something here that was not correct, that I missed something, that I need to do a little bit more information on that, drop it down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts, because that's the beauty of this platform of YouTube, that we can share information with one another. We can agree, we can disagree, we can agree to disagree, and we can just have a nice conversation in the comments about the things that we learn with these companies. We not necessarily we have to have disputes with one another. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. And if you have been lingering around here for a while, not sure what you're waiting for, why you haven't subscribed, why? But anyways, I thank you guys for watching, for taking a little bit of your time to watch this channel, and stay honest, and I will see you guys on my next video.